and welcome. Let me close here. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to record this as quick as possible because I'm basically losing light. I use natural lighting, so I need to make this very quick. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a video regarding how to level up when you're feeling down, when you're just not feeling yourself and you need some sort of motivation, self-motivation, and so something that's going to just like keep you up and keep your chin up, right? I think we need that in these kind of times that we're in. I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna make it very quick. But yeah, so here we go. Cool, so I'm gonna get started. Very first thing, girls, that we need to stop doing, especially if you really want to level up, and I'm sure we've all heard this before, is to stop comparing yourself to other people or to other girls. I'm not going to even preach too much about this. We all know how social media is. We've heard this so many times. Don't compare yourself to other people. What you see on social media isn't always the truth 80% of the time. So just don't compare yourself to other people, plain and simple. At the end of the day, you are your own person. You're running your own race in your own lane, and you are divinely and uniquely made. So why would you want to compare yourself to somebody else, right? The second step I would give you guys as advice is to reflect back on how far you have come. You know, sometimes in life we come across situations that make us feel like, like you're at a dead end, right? Like you feel like you just hit rock bottom, or like it just feels like your world is crumbling in that moment or in that time in your life. But sometimes it's okay to just sit down, reflect, and think about how far you have come in your life so far. Give yourself maybe reflect a year ago and see where you were a year ago, 6 months ago, 2 years ago. And in most cases, if you're still around and you're still here, it means you're doing the very best that you can, honestly speaking. So sometimes we just need to like reflect and say, you know what, I've made it this far so far, and even if it was just 2 steps further or 2 steps forward, but at least you know that you did make progress. So that's super important to self-reflect and to sort of give yourself that break, and to put things into perspective of, okay, cool, I was here last year, but okay, fine, I'm here now. It's not where I want to be, but at least there is progress. All right. And then the third option I would definitely give you guys, if you want to level up and you feel stuck, you don't know what to do, is to literally sit down, write down what your options are. Be realistic, right? Write down what your options are. Is that a moth? Right? Oh, I don't like moths. Oh. Write down what your options are, and then take action and be as realistic as possible. And your actions don't always have to be these big things that you have to do, but just write them down. List like, what can I do? Like, what options do I have? Because in life, you always have options. You never ever don't have an option. It's whether you decide you don't do anything, or you decide you do this, or you decide that, okay, I need to do that or do this, but you always have options. Sit down, write down what your options are, and then take realistic actions moving forward. The fourth tip I would give you, ladies, is to write down 3 to 5 attributes that you love about yourself. Things that are uniquely you. You know that it's you, and we all know it, guys. Sometimes we don't want to sort of admit it because we are so hard on ourselves and we judge ourselves. But just sit down, think about it, or even write down 3 to 5 attributes that you like about yourself and that make you unique. And it's just a nice light reminder of, you know, of who you are and your uniqueness. Fifth tip, ladies, I'd love to give you guys is to always remember to be kind to yourself. Being kind to yourself is so important, especially when we live in a world that is already so hard on us. Oh my gosh, I don't know about you, but adulting, in my opinion, is super exhausting. And the world is hard on you, and it's just what it is. You can't change it. It's just what it is. It's just the same way how you can't change the weather. You have to sort of go through it. You have to deal with it, and sort of, maneuver yourself around it. So be kind to yourself when the world is already so hard on you. Why be hard on yourself even more, right? And being kind to yourself means speaking less negative words, about yourself internally, or treating yourself well, giving yourself a break, and yeah, just being kind to yourself, whatever that means to you. Just be kind to yourself. The sixth tip I'd love to give you, ladies, is to stop complaining and start rising up. Complaining doesn't do anything for you. If anything, it brings your spirit down. So it's always better to look on the positive side. If you're going to complain about something, you'd rather go and do something and go and change it rather than complaining about it. Oh, I'm so fat. Oh, I'm so, I wish I had this. I wish I had that. Oh my God, this. Complaining doesn't do anything for your spirit. It doesn't do anything for energy. And that's contagious. It doesn't attract good things into your life. Stop complaining and start rising up above it. And start being proactive and say, what can I do about this if I'm not happy about it? And take action. Plain and simple. Okay, girls, I'm losing lighting, so I'm going to make this very quick. The seventh tip I'd love to give you, girls, is to slow down. We live in such a fast-paced society and fast-paced life and world, especially nowadays. But it's okay to slow down. I think we live in this world where the perception of, you have to have this, you have to get this, you have to always be on the hustle, always be on the go, or else you're going to be left behind. And that's not always true. Learn to slow down and to take your own pace. So just slow down. Remember that you are running your... So remember to slow down. It's not a race. So slow down. It's okay to take a break for 5 minutes, not always be on the go, not always be on the hustle and feel like you chase things all the time, if you know what I mean. It's okay to slow down. You're running your own race, and there's literally no need to rush yourself. And also another thing is that when you slow down and you sort of pace yourself, you give yourself the opportunity to really reflect on yourself and on your journey in your life, and to also learn from your journey. If you're rushing and if you're always sort of chasing things and hustles and all that, you deprive yourself of the opportunity to sort of grasp lessons on that way and to do some self-reflection. So slow down sometimes. You're not going to lose out on anything, I promise you, if you just slow down, pace yourself, and keep focused. The eighth tip I'd love to give you, girls, is to be honest with yourself. If you find yourself in a sticky situation, you have to be honest with yourself and ask yourself the question, what did I do to get myself in this situation? You have no one else to blame but yourself. It is your life. So it's so important to ask yourself that question is, what did I do to get myself into this situation? What was my contribution to the situation? Take accountability. It's your life. Take accountability for your situation in your life, and then make sure that you are very self-aware of it, you recognize it and you acknowledge it, and then you make a conscious decision to yourself to say you will not repeat the same mistake again, right? And that's what we call growth. Realizing your mistakes and not doing it again. That way you grow and you do better. The ninth tip I'd love to give you, girls, is to please eliminate all... Oh my God, the light is twitching. The eighth tip, I think it's the ninth. I don't know if it's the eighth or the ninth tip. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the eighth or the ninth tip I'd love to give you, girls, is to eliminate all things or all toxic things that burden your mind, right? And if you really do listen to yourself, you'll know what those things are. It could be too much social media, it could be too much TV, it could be too much gossip, it could be too much of music, it could be too much of anything. If you learn to listen to yourself and your intuition, you'll know what those things are, because immediately you will feel sort of heavy and you'll know that, okay, this is enough, I don't want. Listen to that, take action on it, and eliminate those things out of your mind, right? Those things don't do well for you, eliminate them. So the tip is that eliminate all toxic things that burden your mind. If that includes people as well, so be it. At the end of the day, you want to better yourself, so why compromise yourself, right? So remember that. The 10th tip or the 9th tip, wait, let's see, let's count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 10th tip, very, very quickly, is that I'd really like you girls to give yourself time to do things that bring you joy and that bring you happiness, even if it's just for 5 minutes out of your whole entire day. That could be listening to music and dancing and not really caring about anyone, just giving yourself that time to do things that make you feel good and joyful. Whether it's singing and dancing, you know, in your room or outside and in the rain, but almost like your inner child, that make your inner child feel happy and joyful. Remember to always take the time, 5 minutes, just to give yourself that time to do, to do things that make you happy. The 11th tip I'd love to give you girls is to be happy for people that are doing well in their lives. We live in a society and a world that is so competitive. I can't even tell you. Social media, we all know how it is. This one has the great hair, someone else is doing this, doing that. But I think the problem is that it creates this society in our lives where people feel like they're missing out, they're not good enough because they don't have those things in their lives. But make it a habit for yourself to be happy for people that are doing well. That makes you feel good about yourself, and that just creates a better spirit for you as well. Jealousy is a disease. So be happy for people that are doing well. And that will really help with how your mental state is doing and how you feel about yourself. And you end up actually attracting better things in your life, in my opinion. And you also have a more positive attitude as well, So that being said, all the best. Enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I promise you, I'm going to improve with this lighting and the sound. Just give me time. We're going to get there. Cool, girls. Gotta go. Love you. Bye.